prayed for the answers time and time again. Sometimes you think you have clarity, sometimes you don't. But you keep settling and sliding back into doubt. Well, today we are going to do a reading on the answers arrive when you see this one thing. There will be no more questions. There will be no more confusion. You will know for sure, because once you see this one thing, everything will be very clear. This is your friendly reminder. If you're catching the replay, you can always 2x your speed or click the timestamps below to jump straight to the message. Before we begin, I want to go ahead and tell you about the energies, the signs that I was seeing this morning. Something about farms is very, very significant. There was a red barn. I saw a lot of cattle this morning. There was a bull in particular, and then the number 2008. But also birdhouses. If you've been to the South, the southern U.S., southeastern U.S., especially if you're in like the countryside, lots of places have old birdhouses, like big ones that are like, they look like little hotels for birds. They're really cute. Or you can see the ones that are made out of like actual vegetables, gourds. People grow them and then dry them out. And then a lot of local artists will paint them, or if you just do it at your house, it can just be the gourd up on a really big pole in the middle of your field or beside a pond. So I don't know if that's significant for anybody. But when I was thinking of all of this like farm and countryside stuff, the idea of simple pleasures came through. Tapping into the simple joys in life, whether that's being outside or reading a book in a hammock or laughing with people that you really connect with, you know, hugging someone you really love, the simple joys in life. That's going to come back up later when I talk about the cards, though, that I pulled, the Lilith card. That's really important. And then the weather. So I don't know if you've seen Miss Congeniality, but on there, one of the contestants talks about her ideal date, and it's like the weather's just right. That's how I feel about the weather today. I told you guys my AC's out, so I've been riding to the office with my windows down, and there's no humidity, and it feels gorgeous. There's a light breeze. It's warm, but it's not like hot. And I was like, wow, this is the perfect weather. And it reminded me of that. So maybe you just watched Miss Congeniality. Maybe you're a Sandra Bullock fan. And then the idea of pairs came through. I was seeing lots of pairs, like pairs of couch cushions, pairs of chairs, pairs of, I don't remember what the other thing was. And then for some reason, I don't know if you lost a shoe, like one of the shoes that go in like a pair of shoes. Did you lose a shoe? And then one road that I drove by, I've never seen it, and it's on my route every day, Bidwell. And as soon as I saw it, I heard, make a competitive offer. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor at all, right? But it came through like bid well, make a good offer. The return will be worth it, is what I heard. Again, I'm just a stranger on the internet. Use your discernment. Okay, I think that's everything. Now, when I was working with the cards, we were working with the Mother today. I love the Mother's deck. It's my favorite. Part of it is because of the guidebook that comes with it. I'm a big reader, so they're stories, and it's just like, food for my soul. But the two cards that came out were the King of Pentacles, the Green Man. Now, he's come out a lot recently. I'm not sure if he's in the thumbnails or not, but he's been coming out a lot. And so I went ahead and read his story ahead of time. And the two words that stuck with me for him were stewardship and generosity. And oh my gosh, I just realized that. That's so interesting, because I was just talking about making this good offer. Okay, yeah, so maybe that is really important for somebody. Okay, and then the other card that came out was the Knight of Pentacles, and the character on there is Lilith. So we're going to actually read her story before we start, because it was very powerful. But what I will say is the Knight of Pentacles came out yesterday, so if I remember, I will try to link it in the replay for you guys. It was a great reading. It was very beautiful, so maybe you need to check that out. And then what I wrote down for Lilith was embrace the strength of simplicity. So when I was talking about simple pleasures on the way in, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. But real quick, we're going to read her story, because for some reason there is this idea of power, holding into, like stepping into your power, because that was also something that was talked about in the King of Pentacles as well. The wildness, the untamability. All right, so I'm going to read her story. Oh, I don't have her card. I shouldn't have put it back. Lilith speaks the primal language of the serpentine force, a gift bestowed upon her since her youth. Enchanted by the reptilian world, she understands their every hiss and whisper, a bond that defies the laws of nature. Many have cast their gaze upon her, believing her to be under the dominion of the serpentine power, yet they knew not the truth. Lilith does not submit to the serpents. She commands them. The first time I read this, I got cold chills, and I'm getting them again. She commands them. You command power. They coil at her feet, awaiting her call, responding to her every emotion. When sadness enveloped her, they came. When rage consumed her, they rose in fury. When the world misunderstood her, the serpents struck at her adversaries without hesitation. The world soon learned that Lilith is no mere mortal force. She is the embodiment of the primal, a being whose wrath should not be tested. Neither man nor woman dares cross the one who wields the serpent's will, for Lilith is an elemental power unlike any other. So what I'm getting from that message, before we even get into this, that I talked about that doubt, the doubts creeping back in, the doubts sinking back in. You need to tap into your power. You are power. You are strong. You are an adversary worth facing. Okay. Before we begin, I would like to do some breath work. I always do breath work in my live streams. It helps me to remain grounded in the space. Sometimes I get nervous. I'm a human, right? I don't really feel that way now, but I definitely could always use additional grounding. We're going to breathe in for 6, hold for 2, and breathe out for 8. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. We'll do 3 rounds of this. Are you ready? Let's begin. Very nice. A few other things that came through while I was doing breath work. I'm listening to music today. It's very soothing for me. My soul needs some soothing right now. So maybe you're being tender and taking care of yourself. I wouldn't be surprised, given this reading, the answer that you've been waiting for. And then the other thing that came through is potentially technological difficulties. So having problems with technology. I was having a lot of that yesterday, even a little bit today. I got it to work out, but anyway, let's not delay anymore. Let's go ahead and get into this message. We're working with the Mother's deck today. And yeah, we are being held today, friends. The Mother is holding us. Sink into that feeling. Sink into that love. Sink into that unconditional. That was something else I was thinking about. Conditional acceptance versus unconditional acceptance. Unconditional love. Sink into that unconditional love. That's all that the divine has for you. All right, Mother. We need guidance for this collective, please. They've been waiting for answers. They've been looking for answers. Doubt keeps making them question things. But what can we tell them? What is this one thing that they can trust, that they can know that once this thing arrives, this one thing, they can trust the answers, please? Guidance, please, Mother. 2 more cards, please. Thanks. 1 more card, please. Okay, thanks. Oh, this card's so sweet. We have the Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Look at the birds. Oh, that was another sign I forgot to tell you guys. Bird song. Like lots of bird song this morning. I actually had some birds like fly very close to my car on the way in. I was like, oh, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad this came out because it came out earlier in my pre-work and I wanted to read it, but I didn't want to make you guys wait any longer. I wanted to go ahead and go live. The Queen of Swords with the Morrigan. The Morrigan. I have mentioned her on the channel a few times, but not enough to do her justice. So we will definitely be reading her story today. The Queen of Swords. The Nine of Pentacles, the Lady of Flowers. We read this card a while ago, a couple of readings ago. Red was a big deal yesterday, so maybe you need to look at yesterday's reading. So we have this red rose here. Guess what came out, friends? Guess. The Green Man, the King of Pentacles. He came out again. He came out again. Oh, geez, that's beautiful. All right, well, I can tell you right now, I know what the thing is when it arrives, and you might not like this answer. Might get canceled for this. Are you ready? Look at all these cards. The Morrigan. We're going to read her story, but do you know the Morrigan? The god of war, the god of sovereignty and land, or goddess, whatever. The Nine of Pentacles, the self-made woman. Self. The King of Pentacles. The words that I had were stewardship and generosity, but his story, we might read his too because it was really beautiful. And it was very similar to Lilith's about the wild, untamed, primordial force of the world. One thing I remember from this was he can be found in a bunch of different places, but one place is in a cave in the center of the earth, caressing his other half, the Great Mother. But what do all of these archetypes have in common? Sovereignty. Sovereignty. All right. So let's go ahead and pull the guidebook for the Queen of Swords real quick. Let's see. Acknowledge and honor the expertise and passion that you cultivated in your life. Someone may very well be in need of your particular brand of innovation. That's so funny. One of the viewers yesterday, their username was a very particular set of skills. They may be in need of your particular brand of innovation, okay? Let's read the Morrigan story, shall we? The Morrigan holds a formidable legend. Ravens are kindred to her, and so too are crows. Her legacy is that of battle and war. She is sovereign, and she will bring sovereignty out of those she deems worthy. She calls you. Like the Morrigan, when she comes to your life and shows up, she is calling you to step forth into your sovereignty. And it is very potent energy. Although a great teacher, her lessons are less than conventional, for sure. For sure. Very similar to Kali Ma, this destructive type of energy that comes through. She will push you further than anyone before. Yeah. You will feel the pressure and you may even crack. But one thing is certain. Once she is done with you, your life will never be the same. The cult of the Morrigan is indeed real. Fathers and mothers send their daughters to her to be made. The child will later emerge as a warrior of the old ways, skilled in both the art of battle and sorcery. The daughters of the Morrigan are feared and respected across the land. Even the dead know of them. Yes, she commands the dead. Hi, at the very end, yes, if you want to ask it now, I can do the reading at the end for you, Nisha. All right, so some journal prompts. How often do people seek your advice, and what kinds of guidance do they usually ask for? That is a wonderful way when you are trying to, especially if you're having a career change. I know we were talking to Spiritual Unity yesterday about her career change. It's when you're trying to figure out what you need to do, what you have expertise in. Think about what people naturally come to you for, okay? How would you describe your communication style, particularly when conveying important information? Interesting. Important information, like this answer you're looking for. How do you convey that stuff? What aspects of teaching do you find most fulfilling or challenging? How do you feel about the dynamics of your current relationship, and what aspects contribute to its health or well-being? Nice. I told you, man. Sovereignty. 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 And one thing that I will say about sovereignty in particular, it doesn't mean that you're some untouchable force. Being a sovereign self is acknowledging that all parts of you. So you're still a human. You're still, whatever gender you, like all of the different ego identities that we have, right? We're still all these things, but as being the sovereign self, that's identifying with the soul level you, the you that has always existed, the you that will always be. So when it comes to this answer, this thing that you're looking for, this answer that you have repeatedly tried to find and you don't know what to do and the fear keeps creeping in, call on the Morgan, okay? Call on the Morgan and ravens and crows. When she started working with me in my life, it was very clear. There was no doubt. There was no doubt, because they would ride with me to work beside my car. When I would get there, they would land beside my car. They would be in the pine trees, up in the top of the pine trees around my work location. When I would go out for break, they would be waiting on me. They would follow me, right? I would see them everywhere, and they would talk to me and call at me. So if you are ready for this answer, it sounds like you are. You've been looking for the answer, right? You've been trying and trying and trying. This is your call. This is your advice to call upon the help of the bringer of sovereignty, of the Morrigan. But I'm just warning you, you better be ready. Because when she comes, we have this Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. When she comes, she's going to expect you to give as much as she's giving to you. She's going to bring the change. She's going to bring the clarity and the presence, and you will feel held, and you will feel like you are protected. She is a great mother. She is, I'm telling you, she protects those that she chooses. But she's going to expect you to do the work. She won't do the work for you. She will call you forward. She will say, hey, now is your time. What is your truth? The answer you need, that answer is clear when you're sovereign. The answer is clear whenever you go within and tap into your soul, right? But it requires reciprocal energy, reciprocal work. You are going to pour out. You're going to pour out. And maybe it's not even pour out. You are going to release. You're going to release any of the things that are holding you back. That's what I said. And when she's done working with you, your life will not be the same. You will not be the same. You will be sovereign. Now, if we move on to the Lady of Flowers, this is all about movement, being unapologetic in who you are. Again, sovereignty. Excuse me. very much, you know, enthralling those around, having this magnetic ability to influence people, and being so lost in the love of what you're doing that it doesn't matter whether people like it or not. You are consumed with the desire, with the passion and the joy of what you're doing. But again, this is the self-made person, right? She didn't always have people watching her. She didn't always have people supporting her. Right now in this moment, you're asking this question, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? And it could be quiet. It could be so quiet around you. You could not know what to do. But the Nine of Pentacles, the Lady of Flowers, didn't wait for an answer outside of her. She didn't wait for somebody else to come and tell her in a tarot reading what she needed to do, right? She took her power back. She became wild. She became free. She became unchainable. No one could tether her to any expectation. No one could tether her to anything other than what her soul was wanting, desiring to experience in that moment. Now, something that came out when I read both of these. Hi, Nisha, honey. I told you at the very end I will do it, and you can catch it in the replay if you can't stay. Okay? The thing that was the same with both of these is movement. So taking care of your physical vessel, moving more, and that can be as simple as just going for more walks in nature, right? So we're going to finish up with this Knight of, or King of Pentacles, the Green Man. And I want to read his little part, please, because it was so good. It says, take up the mantle of power and manage your resources as though you were a monarch. So I told you, sovereignty. When you step into sovereignty, when you start seeing that you are being sovereign in your life, the answers will be so clear. Let's see. Okay, here's the narrative for the Green Man. It's so beautiful. I might get carried away. The Green Man is a primal force to be reckoned with. His magic and majesty are the wild heart that beats through every sentient creature. Holding sway over the primal force surging through all creation, he is the roar, the tooth, the blood, and the venom. No one knows how this ancient being came to be. Some say he is a shadow cast by trees. Others that he is the cave dweller who lives in the center of the earth, forever caressing his other half, the Great Mother. Humans will pray to him. They will pray to be reminded of the majesty and sovereignty inside them. His wild nature embodies life, reminding everyone of their beating hearts and urging them to run wild and free, urging them to be sovereign, to not be shackled by expectation, by fear. Yeah. Don't let the doubt. The answer's already there. The answer's already within you. When you are sovereign, when you are in this powerful energy, doubt will not be able to creep in. It just won't. Because you'll know. Okay, we're going to pull one Vegas nerve card. Let's see. We're going to do vitality, which are the yellow cards. This one, aromatherapy, very nice. Aromatherapy is a method of applying aromatic substances, essential oils, or inhaling the scents using a diffuser, smelling from the bottle, or lighting naturally scented candles or incense. Linked to cranial nerves, scent can energize, invigorate, and improve overall balance. Another thing I will say is that when it comes to like calming yourself down, the way your brain works, most things you have to like go through the logical part of your brain to be able to calm down. Scent does not do that. It automatically bypasses it, so it can help you relax much faster than other methods. So if you need to calm down, definitely do this. If you're struggling with being sovereign, if you're struggling with relaxing, maybe doing some aromatherapy before you try to pray or before you try to tap into a meditative state can really help, okay? Citrus aromas such as lemon, orange, and grapefruit elevate mood and increase alertness. Peppermint, rosemary, and eucalyptus improve mental clarity and focus and combat fatigue or congestion. Ginger, cinnamon, and black pepper foster a grounding, earthy energy and combat mental fatigue. Choose an uplifting scent. Spend 1 to 3 minutes inhaling the scent, focusing your attention on the sense of smell. That's beautiful. Well, if you're new to the channel, I'm sorry I probably disappointed you because I'm making you have the answer. But the answer is you. You are the answer. Okay? All right. Now that I'm done, I will go ahead and do Nisha's reading. She is gone, so that's okay, but I will still do her reading. Let's see here. And let's go back to her comment. Okay. Nisha, I'm not going to do all of that, but I will ask one question for you. I'm not going into that much detail. That's a lot of stuff. I will speak slowly for you so you can understand. All right. When will you meet your future spouse? I will ask that for you. All right. Maiden, when will Nisha meet her future spouse? Guidance, please. When will Nisha meet her future spouse? All right, you got the sun god Ra with the King of Wands. I'm hearing you'll meet your spouse in the summertime in a period of intense focus. Look at the eyes here. When you are focused intently on something else, and I'm not saying that needs to be your goal, but that's going to be the situation. You're not going to be looking for your spouse. You're going to be intently focused. You clearly focused on something else in your life, something that you have to handle, right? You have to be involved. You have to be focused. With this, I'm being reminded of the Sun card. And so I'm feeling that there will be lots and lots of warmth right away when you meet your spouse. It'll be very clear. That's what I just heard. You'll know. Clarity. You will know when you meet your future spouse. Now, if we could say, since this is the King of Wands, that he's going to be really charismatic. He'll probably walk right up to you. He's not going to be shy, I feel like. Or maybe he may be shy with other people, but when it comes to you, he's going to have clarity. See, I told you, like, you would not be focusing on it, but he's going to see you and he's going to be like, yep, that's mine. Not that he can claim you, but you know what I mean. I want that Nisha in my life. Okay. That's what I got for you, Nisha. If anybody else is here and would like a personal reading, let me know, and I would love to read for you. If you would like a personal reading, please let me know in the chat. Happy to pull a card for you. My name is Kayla. Welcome. Goodbye. Oh, bless it. If you would like a personal reading, let me know in the chat. Happy to pull for you. My name is Kayla. This is Maiden Mother Crone Tarot. Bye. right, guys. Well, nobody else is jumping back on. So I guess we will go ahead and cut this out. If you would like a personal reading, let me know in the chat. Happy to pull a card for you. My name is Kayla. This is Maiden Mother Crone Tarot. I read for Nisha earlier. Nisha, if this is you, you can catch your answer in the replay. But if not, if this is somebody else, I'd love to read for you. Whoa. Nope. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Tap into your sovereignty. Tap into your soul. Remember the answers to the universe are always inside you. You are the universe at rest. Okay? In this channel, always remember, come as you are and stay as you become.